Today's presentation will enlighten you and give you a form of excitement to see what Nigeria has to offer from different locations.
Kaleo, Nigeria.
Here also, Kabiyesi Rude Boy, Olori Zita, we have imparted to Nigeria. Ogun!
You get to a state.
Ogun!
You get to a state.
Flying solo wager presentation done and dusted. First of all, Faith. Oh my goodness. Faith is the host for today. Is this our Dr. Faith? I love his outfit. What culture is that? What culture is Faith actually representing? That outfit look amazing. It looks like royalty. Faith did so well as a host this evening. Oh my goodness. The way he added storyline to usher each of the housemates to the stage. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The way he was able to talk about each and everyone's storyline. Like, he knows a lot about each of the ethnic group that presented today. Faith is actually a very smart guy. I give it to him. The way he embodied that hosting duty tonight, I love it. First off, Kola and Imisi, even before now, since the day they've been practicing, I've been in love with their presentation. Imisi being a full-fledged Yoruba girl, Kola also a Yoruba boy, even though with a touch of American, Yoruba boy with a touch of, abroad lifestyle. I love how they both talked about the Oyo state. Imisi is actually deep. She knows the Yoruba culture to the T. Like, she knows all the details. Wow. I enjoyed every bit of their performance. I love it. The one that got me was when she talked about, the traditional right concerning marriage in Oyo State. That was actually interesting. I actually learned a lot. I really give it to Kola and Imisi. They both brought the right energy to their presentation. I really give it to them. They did amazingly well. I think Kola has zero on his eye. It's looking like Kola used eye pencil. He's giving a traditional Yoruba man. I love it. They look the part. Well done, Imisi and Kola. Mensa and Joanna, representing the Cross River State. I love how they came in with this big energy, dancing, vibing, interesting. They look the part. Like 100%. I love how Joanna gave a presentation. Mensa, why was Mensa reading from why was he reading? There's just something about reading from a book while presenting. It makes you look unprepared. No matter how well you are speaking from that paper, it just takes so much away from the presentation. It waters down the performance. I don't know, for 1 week. I don't know why this housemate these days don't even put so much energy into their wager presentation. They were barely practicing. Seeing Mensa, reading from the paper, it just took so much away from the presentation. But regardless, I love their entrance dance, the whole traditional Cross River vibe. That was interesting. Thelma and K-Bobo's performance was quite average, even though they came in with a lot of energy, but at some point they just sat down, telling their stories. I don't know if it's because Thelma is not Yoruba, so it made it a bit unrealistic. But regardless, they talked about the Osun State culture. I don't know why K-Bobo, that is a Yoruba guy, was not giving a lot of energy. At some point, it was even Thelma Lawson that was, putting in so much effort and representing the group. Mide and Bright look like they were actually coming to get married. They look like Igbo newly wedded couple. Hey, Bright, I think after this show, you have to come and do the needful on Mide's head, because the way that baby girl has been servicing and treating you well in that house. Honestly speaking, Bright and Mide look so cute together. Igbo attire. I love what I saw, even though their presentation was below average in my own opinion. Both of them were just reading from the paper. In my head, I'm like, okay, what is going on here? Is it that people didn't prepare or what? Like, Bright was just rambling. In my head, I'm like, wait, are you sure Bright is Igbo? The way he was pronouncing some Igbo words, Mide, well done. I'll give it to Mide. Mide is Yoruba, but she tried. Bright, that is an Igbo boy. I don't know if he's forming for it. He was just using one English accent on, the Igbo tone. He wasn't giving at all. Regardless of however their presentation went down, they both look good. I love their outfits. Bright, come and pay me this dowry already because they look more like a couple. Zita and Rude Boy's performance deserve a standing ovation. Oh my goodness. For tonight, Zita and Rude Boy's performance were the best. Their storyline was absolutely interesting. The way Zita was calling Rude Boy Kabiesi Rude Boy, and Rude Boy was addressing Zita as Olori Zita. Like, Rude Boy was dressed in a traditional attire as a traditional ruler, as a Kabiesi, as a king in Ogun State. I once lived in Ogun State, and everything they said this evening was absolutely true. Ogun State is such an interesting place, and they have a lot of prominent people. You cannot live in Nigeria and not love Ofada rice. Oh my goodness. That is the best meal in Ogun State for me. The way they embodied their presentation, it was just so interesting. Like, I love every bit of it. Rude Boy, Kabiesi Rude Boy. The way both of them were talking as couples, whoa, I love it. Rude Boy was pouring out all the knowledge, like, without looking into the paper. Zita playing a role as a queen was really interesting. Baby Debe. Like, I love the way she infused the whole Gen Z vibe as a queen. And it's so interesting to know that Zita was actually reading from a paper, but she did not make it obvious. She was not focused on reading out from the paper. I think she just wrote down bullet points. It was so interesting. Like, it looked so natural. It flowed so well. I give it to them. I don't know if it's just sentiment because I once lived in Ogun State, but I love their presentation. Jason J and Culture's presentation. They represented the Kogi State. Guys, I don't know. It wasn't interesting to me at all. Sultana and Isabella represented the Adamawa State. I love how their presentation was quite different and unique. Sultana acted as a mom, telling her child, historical story about the Adamawa State. Isabella acted as Sultana's daughter that was willing to learn and share the few things she learned in school. The way they presented their storyline was quite interesting. Koyin deserves a standing ovation. Koyin and Dede represented the Lagos State. Dede tried. It was obvious she was struggling, okay? She was struggling with the whole performance. And it was so obvious that she crammed a lot. It wasn't flowing at all. At some point, she was, paused a bit to gather back her thoughts and all of those things. But I give it to Koyin. That presentation was epic. That was typical Eyo fest. Like, that was a typical Eyo dance. He embodied it so well. I enjoyed every bit of it. Wow. I love the fact he did not allow, their beef or the disagreement they had this evening to rub off their performance. Koyin came, he showed up, went all out. Wow, that was really amazing. That performance was interesting. Koyin came and delivered. Like, he delivered. And the fact that the way he was performing, I was just looking closely to the picture behind him. Like, it looked nothing different from what was on the picture behind him. This is Lagos State. I love how they talked about the different markets in Lagos State, Idumota. If you've been to Lagos, you know that Lagos is a place to be. Always very busy. The street food in Lagos is one to die for. You cannot come to Lagos and be hungry. You would definitely survive. And from the instruction given, Big Brother will not be the one to judge the housemates. The viewers will be the one to judge and decide if housemates will win their wager or not. Considering the performance, if I'm being honest, I don't think they deserve to win this wager. I know some persons actually delivered, they gave in their best, they tried. Those that gave below average performance was actually more. Yeah, the people that did not do well was way more than those that did well. So if I'm being honest, and if I'm to judge as a viewer, they will not win this wager. But I'd like to hear from your opinion. As a viewer, do you think the housemates deserve to win?